KHTS, the Ask Brien Show, and it's good afternoon, Los Angeles. We're back, and we're here with the Ask Brien Show. And for people that have not ever gone and listened to the Ask Brien Show, well, I don't know why you haven't, but just so you understand what Ask Brien is all about, and it's Brien. The Ask Brien is a website as well as a radio show, and what we do is we solve business problems. If you have a question and you want an expert to answer the question, if you need to learn about merchant accounts, you can watch a video, you can ask an expert, you can read an ebook. Anything you need to learn about any business problem, that's what Ask Brien was created for. They have an iPhone app, they have an Android app, it's web-based, and we're always looking for more people to ask more questions and ask for more information, and for people to provide content to the site. So anybody out there that wants to do that, that's fine. We're actually going to be doing a relaunch of the site shortly, but I'm really kind of excited. We're really building up an expert network with really, really great people, and I think that you're going to learn a lot from any business problem you have. You can come to the Ask Brien Show and or the website, or download the app, or the Android app, and you'll always find the answer. Now, we're on KHTS 1220, and by the way, they have their own app, so that's an interesting concept. But here we are, and we have a wonderful, wonderful guest, an entrepreneur, founder of a company, great history. She'll be on in about 10 or 20 seconds, but just a brief introduction. She has actually created a iPhone app, which I believe is actually, and she'll tell you more about it, I believe it's going to be going on Android shortly, and she has a lot of information to provide us, and her name is Meray Azar, but she has a really, really weird accent from some foreign country. I don't know where. Are you there?
Hi. Hi, how are you going?
Everything's going great here. So let me ask a couple questions. First of all, how does somebody from Australia end up in Los Angeles?
Well, that's an interesting story, but basically I kind of got thrown in America, was at my wit's end, needed to find some tech talent, and found him in San Diego. So my CTO is actually based in San Diego. His name's Harrison Sheen, and he owns a subsidiary company called Issue Fixers. And I really came across Harrison at a meetup event for startups in San Diego. After my original CTO kind of just left me in the lurch, threw his hands up in the air and said, "Nah, not for me." And that's when we first built Epic Catch. I would say probably earlier this year. And so it's been a challenge. That's been one of the biggest challenges, is getting that technical expertise. And I found him in San Diego. True tech story, I guess.
It is. So let's take a step back, because not everybody knows who you are, where we are, or what your product is. So let's take a step back, okay? You know, we're not going to go back to your childhood, 2 months ago, whatever. But let's go back a little in time. So you're in Australia. What were you doing? You had a job? Were you self-employed? What were you doing in I don't know, when you started your career?
Yeah, so I'm Australian. I'm Australian. I originally came from
We won't
Melbourne.
hold that against you, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know you guys love us Aussies, and we love Americans too. So hence why I'm here. But in all honesty, I have always had a career in tech, mostly e-commerce, online trading, and CRM loyalties. So helping large Australian retailers, our versions of Walmart and Staples, and specialty fashion retail as well. So I was really kind of carving out a career dedicated to helping large-scale organisations and specialty retailers trade their business online. There's a huge emphasis in Australia for multi-channel retailing and omni-channel retailing. Most organisations have some kind of store footprint that still is thriving, as well as a subsidiary or a side funnel of online. And that has been progressively growing over the years, particularly in the last 5 years, real great progression. There's a lot of faith in Australian retail. in most circumstances. And so I was there running their online businesses and CRM loyalty program. But I was bored. Not only was I bored, I didn't have a lot of spare time. And what I found was all of a sudden, I'm in my mid-30s. I had a disposable income, but I had no one to go with until I went to a random networking event one day and I met this great guy. He had me in stitches and I thought I have to see him again, but I couldn't contact him other than a business card. So the next
Did he take those stitches out?
Did he what? No, no, he didn't take any stitches out. No, I meant metaphorically.
I'm totally teasing you. Don't worry.
And so I just asked him if he would join me to a film festival that I had tickets to. And what pursued that day was we just had an amazing time out. And I thought, why can't I have this all the time? And after talking to my girlfriend, and this was a good 3 years ago, we discovered that there wasn't really anything out there where you could just simply push a button, choose an experience, and then find someone to go with, regardless if there's a romantic connection, no romantic connection, whatever it is. It's just basically just going to an experience you specifically want to go to, but you don't want to go alone. And that's what threw me into this kind of like entrepreneurial app development journey. And it's been a roller coaster since then.
Well, aren't there companies out there like Meetup, etc., and group things where people LA Bicycle Singles Club or whatever? Don't you already have those out there?
Yeah, I mean, there are pre-existing services out there, but what's specific, like the company that I own, is called Epic Catch, and it's specifically an experience booking platform that finds you someone to go with. But we are very specific on the event, and the whole idea is we manage the pre-experience, during the experience, and the post-experience. And what that means is we allow you to jump onto the platform, download the app, choose your specific experience based on different genres. Some of these are theatre and shows, outdoor activities, indoor activities, how-to classes, and unique dining adventures or experiences. And then we match you up with our members. Not only this, we manage each person's booking on their own behalf. So we act as a conduit and a concierge for both the members. And the members are connected through the app so they can text and call quite freely. But because we've managed the booking and because we encourage members to actually meet at the venue, it's a completely safe way of meeting people online face-to-face. And not only that, it's not as if you're texting for weeks on end. Our events can start from this weekend if you want, right up until probably in the next few weeks. We've actually got the Nutcracker listed from the Los Angeles Ballet, which is super exciting for us. And we've got events right up until the end of December currently listed on Epic Catch. So if you've always wanted to go to the ballet but never had anyone to go with, Epic Catch is the perfect place to kind of go there for it. What differentiates us between meetups and all the other things that are online at the moment is it's not a group setting. It's not intimidating at all. Because you have the opportunity to chat one-on-one with someone beforehand, you're already comfortable with that person's, I guess, presence. And you're a little bit warmed up to the idea. And when you turn up there, it's just you and that person and the event. And if you and the person don't quite click, there's always the event that you can concentrate on, which you've been looking forward to that whole time. You see, once you place an experience in the mix, suddenly there's a deflection on the company. And naturally, because you guys are both interested in attending, you've already got something in common. So if all else fails, you either talk about the event or concentrate on completing the how-to class, for example. So we've also partnered up with Hip Cooks, which are based in LA and San Diego as well. And all their cooking classes are currently listed on the platform. So if you always wanted to learn how to make Thai food but don't have a partner to go with, we simply take care of that whole situation for you.
So what does that mean, going with a partner? It sounds to me like dating. I mean, I'm trying to understand this concept. You're going to go to an event, with somebody that you've never met, or maybe have met them once before. I mean, you're going to a cooking class. I mean, why can't eHarmony or Match.com do the same thing?
Well, what's unique about Epic Catch is you actually have the ability to stipulate in your in your profile what kind of connection you're after. So you're specifically thinking of a romantic connection. But you see, Epic Catch doesn't guarantee you a romantic connection. We simply find you someone to go with, whether it's finding new friends, networking. There is an element of a romantic connection. There is an ambiguity about Epic Catch. I don't know if our members are going to go on a date or if they're going to hit it off or not, nor do we actually promise that. What it is, it's the ability to just be partnered up with someone else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection between, two individuals. It could simply be having someone else to go with to join you at the ballet. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going on a date, right?
Now,
I mean,
okay, so is this one? Okay, when we're talking about this matching, are we talking about matching for one person or matching for multiple people?
no, currently it's just matching for one person. There are plans in the pipeline to potentially open it up and have a group setting, but it sort of deviates away from what Epic Catch has originally been all about. And originally it was about simply finding someone to go with, irrespective of a romantic connection or, finding a lifelong friend. It really is turning the whole journey on booking an event and finding someone to go on its head, because you're going first and foremost into the app with a specific intention of going to an event or an experience that you want to share with someone else. And it's funny because everyone keeps reflecting it back to dating. But if you think about how you're going to find new friends, how are you going to make new friends in this new digital age, it's actually a little bit more difficult than it used to be. True?
To a certain extent. I mean, I think that people are more on their phones more often nowadays than they may be on their computers more often. But, I mean, the actual experience of friendship, I do believe, still has a personal element to it, and you still have to see somebody live.
Exactly. And we kind of try and accelerate that whole process of meeting people online and then having a face-to-face interaction with the intention and with purpose. The purpose be you're going to go and enjoy an experience together.
Well, you know what? I'm going to ask my engineer here what he thinks. So what do you think about this app?
I think it's a really cool idea. A lot of the time I see something, an event, a show, a concert, an art show, whatever, and I know I'm interested, but I don't know any of my friends that are per se interested, so I think it's a really cool way to not have to feel discouraged from events, just knowing I can find someone to go with. I don't have to worry about, I want to see that, but I can't find anyone. So I definitely think it's really interesting in that fact.
Well, so why can't you just post something on your Facebook page? Hey, listen, I want to go to the EBG concert next week on October 29th, 2085.
I guess honestly, probably the biggest reason would be I guess that's,
you don't want anybody to know that you're going, huh?
Well, maybe not that per se, as much as it's not the kind of thing where I'm sure I don't get a little bit what's the word? Just nerves, throwing out, hey, I'm going somewhere. Who wants to come? What if no one responds? I think that'd be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So just knowing I can find someone who wants to go, that would definitely be a big thing.
So, actually, one thing, we're on KHTS 1220 on your AM dial. You wanted to add something, Meray?
I think that was a really valid point. It's a lot of organisation on one person to just find someone to go with. You see, Epic Catch takes the thinking and the organisation out of all of that because we act as the concierge. So each individual pays for their own ticket. We work directly with our partners in ensuring that it's a completely seamless journey for you. And then that saves you the time and the effort so you can concentrate on getting to know each other before the actual event. And also a bit of an anticipation and excitement before you guys enjoy it. So, it's actually a lot harder than you think to find someone to go with on Facebook. I know I've tried, and then I've had like 5 different people coming at me going, I'll go. And then who do you choose and how do you do it? And you see, Epic Catch doesn't work like that at all. It's quite organised and seamless.
Well, if you have 5 choices and 5 friends, couldn't you just pick one that you wanted to go?
Yeah, but then you've got to manage all the no's to the other people, and that's a little bit uncomfortable for me. For me personally, I mean, others might be comfortable with it. I don't know.
So how do you monetize this?
We simply take a booking fee, and as a special offer to all our listeners today, we're going to waive the booking fee once the event has been booked. So you'll get that refunded back into your account. And that's how we make our money. We try and make it as seamless as possible, and it's very special software that's made in America, which we are very excited about, with a little unknown Aussie founder.
Made in the USA is a very important factor.
It's pretty amazing. It's some amazing talent here, particularly in California. So we're super excited to bring this to everyone, and at a global scale as well.
So let's say I want to go to the Santa Monica Mountains. I want to go hiking, and there's no fee. So how do you make money on that?
No, so these are structured, organised events. Epic Catch is all about structured and organised events. So think beginner's hiker's trail. Think a beginner's rock climbing class. Think a box fit class. Think, hidden caves on a kayak by a guided tour. They're the types of events that we list currently on Epic Catch. That's not to say that in the future we will not open the gates to our members and they will be able to place the experiences that they want to share individually with other people. But currently it's all about curated events. So again, I go back to the Los Angeles Ballet. We are super excited to be partnering up with the Los Angeles Ballet, which is a global leading ballet company. They have the Nutcracker showing as of December as part of their festive season. And you can go there. If you've always wanted to go to the ballet, we will actually find you someone to go with, because if you don't
I think
want
my
to
engineer wants to go.
Okay, cool. Oh my God,
sign me up.
great.
What day is it?
It's in December, and we'll definitely find you someone to go with.
All right, great. I got my calendar's cleared for December, so I should be good.
Also, the Nutcracker is one of my most favourite ballets. I think I've seen it maybe 4 times now. And I honestly encourage anyone that wants to go. It's such an amazing experience. And the score is absolutely breathtaking. You just lose yourself in the show. And we're so lucky to have it right here in Los Angeles.
Have you been to the Nutcracker in Los Angeles? I mean, you're an Aussie girl.
No, not in Los Angeles. I've experienced it in London and in Melbourne. So I'm super excited to be experiencing it here in LA. I just need to find someone to go with.
I think you should try Epic Catch.
Yeah, I'm on there. So if the listeners are going to download it, they'll definitely see my picture.
Oh, you're going to have 10 offers in 10 seconds.
Oh, my God, I'll be so flattered. That's great.
It's a big transition, though. You're talking about what you worked on originally was e-commerce for these large online retailers, okay? They must have an ad budget, of $100 million, okay? And your ad budget is what, $100? I mean,
Look, you know what? People told me, Meray, you've got to be all in on this. You've got to be absolutely passionate. You've got to be so dedicated. And when I tried to, Peter, I'm going to be really honest with you. Like, when I really wanted to put a bullet through it, and I did, there were so many dark days on the journey to where I am today, that I would jump on the train, and because we had all these kind of like viral marketing going through in Melbourne and in Sydney, because it's been live in Melbourne and Sydney for a while now, I'd get stopped on the train going, "You're that Epic Catch girl. Oh my God, I love you. The product. Oh my God, it's like we so need it because I'm so sick of Tinder. I'm so sick of like this flakiness where people aren't rocking up or last minute cancellations and not knowing what we were going to do. Oh my God, no, you're going to keep going on this journey." And I was like, I can't let our members down.
You can't let your fans down.
No, I can't let our members down. So it's all about fellow Epic Catchers. And so if you join Epic Catch, you become an Epic Catcher. But yeah, I was like, no, this is not only serving a purpose to me of not having the ability to find someone to go with. This is also addressing a real problem that other members that are having the same issue. And, it is actually really lonely being in such a connected world. We're constantly on our phones. We might have interactions thousands of times in a day, but there's no real purpose. There's no real interpersonal kind of like relationship building that's going on. It's all at a really superficial level. And the only time that I found that I was really connected to someone was a face-to-face interaction, was a face-to-face experience, was sharing a laugh in real life. And all of a sudden, you know, I've had those moments where I felt really lonely. I mean, I'm very far away from home. I live in a tech world, and I have a career in tech where it is very isolating. And I thought, how are we going to get past this? And, you know, Epic Catch does serve a purpose. We really want to be really honest in our delivery and be really with a lot of integrity. And you know, I do feel like it is helping solve the problem of feeling lonely. It sucks. Like, it really does. Like, I don't, and, you know, that's why Epic Catch was born, and that's why I couldn't let it go, and I just had to work, you know, to make it happen, and I'm still on this journey, and by no means is anything perfect, nor do I think it ever will be, because then I'd be out of a job. But anyway, more on that later.
So,
right?
You were working at a company, let's say it's Australia Mart, because you said like Walmart in Australia.
Yeah.
And that's the place down under where the toilet goes backwards, right? From America.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, you know, it does go around the other way.
What's the deal with that?
So no, I think something to do with gravity or the southern hemisphere. It was on a Simpsons episode once, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That's exactly where I got it from. I'm very familiar with BART and the BART system in Frisco too. They named it after him, you know. Anyway, so we're going to be right back with Epic Catch, and we'll be talking more to Meray Azar.
Little Eye Leaders is the newest preschool in the Santa Clarita Valley. At Little Eye Leaders, our outstanding teachers lead with intellect, perspective, and heart. That means our programs provide a warm, nurturing atmosphere to meet the unique needs of each child. We believe that play is a powerful form of learning for young children. That's why our kids have every opportunity to learn through the magic and excitement of play. Parents, schedule a tour today by calling 303-0400 or online at littleeyeleaders.org.
When you're looking for a midnight snack, sometimes fast food just doesn't cut it. Formerly Donut Inn, California Bakery and Cafe is now open 24/7, so you'll be able to find fresh donuts, danishes, bagels, all-natural fruit juices, gourmet sandwiches, and much more at any hour. With elaborate cakes for any occasion, including weddings, baptisms, anniversaries, corporate events, or any special event. California Bakery and Cafe in Santa Clarita is open 24 hours to satisfy any craving, anytime. Call us, 255-1254.
Discover Verano at Aliento, a 55-plus community with exclusive resort-style amenities designed just for you. Join us as we celebrate the grand opening of the new club at Verano on Saturday, October 21st from 1 to 5. Come party at the new clubhouse and see our model homes. We'll have music by the pool, refreshments, and more. From the 14 exit Golden Valley Road, Aliento is located off Golden Valley Road in Oak Crest. See you there.
The Santa Clarita Artists Association has a new gallery in downtown Newhall on 6th Street between Main and Railroad, right across from the Canyon Theater Guild. The gallery features our members' paintings, sculptures, and one-of-a-kind handcrafted gift items. Whether you're an art lover, buyer, or an artist wishing to join, visit our website at santaclaritaartist.org, come to our free monthly meetings at Barnes & Noble, or stop by the gallery. For upcoming events and exhibits, check us out at santaclaritaartist.org. We make visual art visible.
First impressions say it all. Choosing the right makeup is critical to that first impression and keeping your skin looking young and healthy. That's why Santa Clarita's Jen Gerard created Gerard Cosmetics. Inspired by women of all ages who gravitate toward classic and timeless beauty with a modern twist, Gerard Cosmetics. Superb quality and pigmentation, along with lip glosses and lipsticks in colors for everyone. The internationally acclaimed Gerard Cosmetics. Discover your new look at gerardcosmetics.com.
Cancer is unpredictable. You need a cancer center that's several steps ahead. For over a century, City of Hope has been advancing science that saves lives. From 4 of the top cancer-fighting drugs to stem cell transplants with unparalleled survival rates. Rather than just heal the body, City of Hope helps you re-become the person you were before cancer. City of Hope has 15 locations throughout Los Angeles. For the location nearest you, visit cityofhope.org.
Your hometown station, KHTS.
Welcome. We're back on KHTS Live, and we have a wonderful guest. She started a company called Epic Catch, and I would recommend you download the app. It's on the iPhone store. Epic, E-P-I-C, Catch, C-A-T-C-H. And we're here live. Her name is Meray Azar, but she's got a weird accent. She's from one of those countries that's not America. But she at least is producing product in America. So I give my hats off to that. Are you there?
Hello.
Okay, so you started this journey how many years ago to build this Epic Catch?
The journey probably started from the idea coming into my head was probably about 3 years ago, to be honest. But it took me a good 12 months to even just muster up the courage to take it to the next step. And that was a challenge in itself. And I was working full-time, remembering, in a large corporate environment, managing a fairly large team of up to 6 individuals. And so, it was pretty intense. And the biggest challenge was finding the technical expertise. Although I came from some technical experience, I was by no means confident enough to build out a fully fledged app. And also funding. I had absolutely no funding at the time, and I was really looking for ways or avenues to gain funding. And long and behold, one late night, I came across a link to a tech accelerator program. And these guys were called Slingshot Ventures, and they were backed by a corporate company. In exchange for a little bit of equity, they gave me a small, tiny kind of seed fund of about $30,000, and to really help me validate the idea. And what ensued in that next 3 months was basically a really intense and grueling course.
Hold on 1 second. So during this 3 months, do you have to give up your job full-time for 3 months, or you can work your job full-time and do this project for those 3 months? Because
I was so lucky that I dropped my hours to just part-time, and they guaranteed my job after 3 months, and I committed to the Tech Accelerator program with the plan of going back to my work full-time. And it was intense. So it was basically learning the fundamental elements of building a business from the ground up, real kind of lean canvas, lean startup methodology, which a lot of organisations, large corporates even, are now starting to incorporate into their everyday work environment. So if you haven't read the book Lean Startup, please do. And so
do you get a commission?
No, absolutely not. No. But it really does change a lot of, it definitely changed my way of thinking, and it really taught me how to bootstrap. And it doesn't matter what kind of budget you have, always kind of operate to the most efficient and lean way possible, so you have extended that runway of longevity, and the longevity representing how long you can actually run your business on next to no money. Which is crucial when you're starting to get a business off the ground, as you can appreciate. And so, it went through that, got the brand out there. And mind you, I still don't have a tech expert on. I still don't have a CTO. I found an agency in Australia that charged me a phenomenal amount for basically what was now considered to be a landing page. And 6 months after I graduated, I found my first CTO. And he came on board and he said, yeah, I'll build it. Yeah, I'll do it for next to nothing, and also a little bit of equity. Yeah, it took me a full 6 months after I graduated from the program to actually find someone willing to take on the project. And so this is a good almost, I'd say, 18 months after I just initially thought of the idea. So it's a pretty long time. And people don't tell you how long this journey is. They don't tell you how hard it is or what the hours are going to be. I mean, of course, you hear little murmurs and you see your other friends that are in small businesses or trying to get their business off ground, and you're like, well, you seem like you're under a lot of stress. But until you are actually walking in those shoes, I had no idea what it felt like. So finally found this CTO. We'll call him B. So B came on board. He goes, "Yep, okay, I'll do it. Oh, and by the way, I've never built an app before, so this is going to be a good experience for me."
Basically an intern. Okay.
Basically an intern, has a little bit of equity in my company. Next to no money has been handed over to him. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. Yeah, we can so do this. And what followed was this pretty intense roller coaster. I'm also still holding down a corporate job in a large retailer, lots of pressure, and it got to the point where I just actually did nothing but work. I don't recommend
when
that
you
to
say
anyone.
when you say work, are you referring to work at your new company or work at your, or when you say work, it was basically I slept, I worked at my regular job, and then I worked on this other project till I was done, back to sleep.
Exactly. And occasionally I might have a Sunday to myself where I'd go have lunch with my family. Occasionally. It was going through it, you don't realise how detrimental it is to your health. You don't realise how important self-care is. You don't even know what self-care means because you've never had to really think about it before. And it's a really dangerous roller coaster that you can take yourself on because you can end up really injuring or hurting yourself. Whilst taking myself on this journey, I actually bulged 2 discs in my back from sitting down and not taking care of my spine properly and suffered a horrendous hip injury from an impingement. And it basically was aggravated from too much sitting down. I was sitting down probably like 70 hours a week, if not more. It was tough. But, you know, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and that's definitely what I learned. I can guarantee you
Well, you
now
must be very strong.
I had no choice but to build up that strength if I wanted to get better again. But what the point is you're running these businesses, you're completely committed, you're holding down a full-time job, and then you're working on the side project. You actually forget about yourself. You forget about your health. You forget about your, what really matters to you. I still can't believe that I would go weeks on end without spending some time with my family. And I still can't believe that they're still by my side supporting me because that's what I guess family love and unconditional love is. Because I can tell you I lost a lot of friends on that journey too who are no longer my friends. Anyway, we finally got into the App Store. B and I celebrated for about 2 weeks. Originally the app was built in Swift. Yeah, I know. Probably not the smartest idea at the time for a first-timer who's never actually worked or built an iOS app before, but never mind, that's a lesson learned. 2 weeks later, all these fundamental things started breaking because Swift 3-point-something came out, and it was a code update. B then said, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm done. I've just spent so many months working on this and everything's broken now. And I'm just like, well, what do you say to that?
Well, first of all, we say we're on KHTS 1220.
Yes.
And then we come back and continue the story.
So, I was just left. So I was left with an app that was fundamentally broken, no support, no technical expertise, all that IP just completely gone because B felt like he actually owned all that IP. I had no budget to go and pursue it through an attorney. And then I actually really thought about it. And I thought, what can I do? Should I go and pursue this and force this person to go and fix it and not really know what he's going to actually deliver at the end of the day because everything's been closed? Or should I move on? Because I also realised that B wasn't a good cultural fit. I know it was just him and I in the team at that point in time, but it didn't actually represent what Epic Catch was all about, which is honesty, integrity, team, working together. It didn't represent what it was about. And I'm like, this person doesn't belong in the business anyway. Why would I fight to keep him? And so I made that really important choice, and it put me back 6 months, but I'm so glad I did because I ended up finding the right team in the end, and now we're where we need to be. What I'm trying to say to the listeners is if something like this hits you, it always happens for a reason. if I had gone back and tried to patch things up with B, I think 3 weeks later it would have happened all over again, and that roller coaster would have gone. And what actually happened was it deflected all my efforts in trying to pacify a team member, in trying to pacify a situation, when really I need to be concentrating on growing my business and growing the Epic Catch brand and being there for my members. And that wasn't actually happening with that person, with the situation that we were faced with.
Now, I don't know that our listeners are going to even understand what Swift is. That's a software program?
No, it's a coding language. It's a coding language that Apple has brought out specifically that's supposed to iron out a lot of the little glitches that that Objective-C represents in iOS app development. Look, a lot of the developers absolutely adore the code, Swift code language. Others aren't really that experienced with it. I found it a lot easier to find Objective-C developers at a much more reasonable rate through working with Harrison than in Swift. Also, Swift code, because it was a relatively new coding language, a lot of pre-existing developers were really reluctant to pick up pre-existing code that was developed by a novice, basically. And so, it was really, look, absolute credit to B in taking it to where it was going and really having the passion and the ability to be able to build it and create what was envisioned by myself as the founder. But at the end of the day, you need to really assess what's the best thing for your business and what's the most commercially viable option. Swift does have its advantages. The advantages being the way it renders and the way it performs, the app performs. But I think the jury's still out on how effective it is, and Apple is constantly making updates to that coding language, which does make it hard to maintain updates. So not only are you managing iOS updates on the device that could affect the functionality of your app, there's also fundamental changes to the coding languages that really do affect a lot of the things that could unravel a lot of your functionality in your app. But, I've heard also that by the end of next year, Objective-C coding will be made obsolete, and so Apple will start forcing you to update your app. Now, there's a lot of apps to be updated, so I'm not sure, and I've yet to see any releases officially.
Well, I think that's a good business to get into then.
App development or an app development agency.
or an update, doing the updates for the apps.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's great when the app has been developed in really clean and concise code, and it's all in one central location and it flows really well. I guess what I've learned is to always make sure that it's not just very centralised. Your knowledge base is not just centralised. It's shared amongst multiple team members, because in the event that one person leaves, all that intellectual IP is not actually gone with them and that investment. It's really important to hire a diverse a diverse team that represents clear different diversity, where you're also supporting different people in your organisation. So you're not completely dependent on one person kind of performing a task, particularly when it comes to technical or digital expertise. I mean, they're team members that are really, really expensive to hire.
Well, I think that applies to anything. I think if somebody's irreplaceable, they could be in the marketing department, they could be in the sales department, they could be in the finance, right? If you have somebody, you should never have somebody that's so irreplaceable that person walks out the door, you're out of business or in trouble. You have to have redundancy in that respect. And I think that's for any business. So it's not just that we're here talking about an iPhone. If you have a business and that one person is so irreplaceable, that's going to cause a big effect. And not only that, but the leverage and power that person will have at your company will be that person can end up getting more than they want and can affect your culture. The prima donna, right?
Exactly.
So
100%.
You have to be careful about that. We're on KHTS 1220. We'll be taking a break in a couple minutes, but before we do, I don't know if my engineer is saying peace or 2 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes, but I don't know, maybe he's a 60s guy and Vietnam War and peace, man. Anyway, peace. So we're getting back to the show. Now, you had this, you were in this big conglomerate, okay, in Australia, okay? To go from there to an entrepreneur, I would think if you're going to do anything, you would do something in the same line, right? So if I was doing this, I would want to work, okay, I want to do something like the same type of work I'm doing at the company I'm doing at now, at a different company or a small company or start up a company, because that's where my background is. You, even though you have that technical background, you went in as an entrepreneur in a completely, almost different area. I mean, there was a tech aspect to it, but completely different. Mm-hmm. You're not being with the big companies. That, to me, is the big risk to me, and that is the big, wow, that's a huge divergence and whatever. So how did you decide to do that?
I don't know. I started meeting my members. It was just an idea. I thought I was solving my own problem of I'll just always have someone to go with, regardless of whether or not my friends are free or not free. I wanted to develop something that was very human. I lost touch with a human interaction in my corporate life when it was just e-commerce and online trading and products. There was no real personality behind who was buying the product. I mean, every now and then I'd get a snippet about a customer story and I'd be a little bit moved, but it was nothing like Epic Cat. I mean, some of my members are 65 years old and are going through a new chapter. They've just retired. They've got free time now. They want to explore new opportunities and new friends and enjoy the local delights of their city. I also know members that are, about 29 years old who are really struggling to find someone to go with in a romantic sense, that they're incredibly independent. They're gorgeous members, and they're finding it hard to connect with people. I don't know. I feel them. There's a complete connection with our members.
This is a very personal experience to you, and because it's so personal, you can empathize with your members, and because you can empathize with your members and so personal, this is your passion, and you want to make sure that nobody has the same issue that you had to deal with. We're on KHTS 1220. We'll be right back.
Come join me, Arif Halby, for Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour. Every Tuesday at noon, we uncover ways to help you manage your money, get out of debt, and prepare for your retirement. That's every Tuesday at noon on Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour. Are you not sure if you can retire yet? Listen to us and learn about tips for savings, retirement strategies, and so much more. That's every Tuesday at noon on Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.
Drugs or alcohol abuse can tear a family apart. In Santa Clarita, just like everywhere else, it's an epidemic. The Way Out Recovery is here to help. Call them now at 296-4444 or visit them on the web at thewayoutrocoveryscv.com. The Way Out offers outpatient treatment for adolescents, adults, and family members. The Way Out is compassionate, caring, professional, and confidential. You and your family don't have to suffer any longer. Call the Way Out Recovery now, 296-4444, or visit thewayoutrocoveryscv.com and make an appointment. Asking for help is the first step.
Genghis Khan Mongolian Barbecue and Chinese Buffet, healthy vegetables and lean meats, a low-carb treat. Create your own bowls with our delicious meats and always fresh vegetables. Then, blend in your own secret sauce. Feast at the all-you-can-eat buffet and barbecue for the same low price. A local favorite for over 25 years, Genghis Khan is still located on Lyons Avenue just east of the I-5. Enter between the Chevron and Shell gas stations. Come and see us soon at Genghis Khan.
When it's time to improve your game, it's time for Roger Dunn. Roger Dunn Golf Shops have all the top brands with professional assistants who will actually guide you with helpful advice. They've got it all. The brand names, the apparel, accessories, clubs, training equipment, videos, GPS rangefinders. It's the one store to find the perfect gift for your golfing enthusiast. Roger Dunn is the only Santa Clarita store where you can trade up your equipment. Improve your game. Roger Dunn on Main Street in Old Town Newhall.
Circus Vargas, the biggest big top, is back in town.
Circus Vargas presents their new mega hit production, Steam Cirque, on the Big Top at the Antelope Valley Mall, October 19th to the 23rd. Then at Valencia Town Center, October 26th through the 30th. Always the finest in live entertainment and fun for the entire family. See death-defying acrobats, daredevils, comedians, and much, much more. Arrive early for some interactive pre-show fun where your kids can be the circus stars. Discount coupons available at Camacho Auto Sales. Don't wait. Get your tickets now by calling 877-GOT-FUN-1 or go online at circusvargas.com. It's the ultimate entertainment extravaganza. Don't miss Steam Cirque at Circus Vargas for memories that last a lifetime.
The big one is back. Circus Vargas, Circus Vargas, Circus Vargas. KHTS.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back here on KHTS 1220, and we have a marvelous guest. We're talking about her product, Epic Catch, and her name is Meray Azar. And so I have a question for you. I'm lonely. I want to download this app. What do I do?
You simply go to the Apple actually you can go to www.epiccatch.com, and we've got a direct link to our app where you can download it there. We also are taking names down for our Android version, which is coming out in the next 3 weeks. So please, if you've got an Android phone, do not hesitate to join our waiting list. That's how you can get access to Epic Catch right now. And there's events all over Los Angeles. And if you're in town in San Diego, we've also got events listed there because that's originally where it was built, and San Francisco as well. And on the other side of the world, we also have it live in Melbourne and Sydney and in London. So we're kind of across multiple cities across the world, which is very exciting. And not only that, it's all local businesses. So if you feel like your own business, if you're a listener out there right now, if you feel that your own business can benefit from Epic Catch, then please, by all means, contact us, and we would love to list your local business on Epic Catch, completely free of charge as well to all our listeners. Just simply contact us. There's a little contact us form, and we'll be in touch with you really shortly.
Where is that contact form?
Yeah, so if you go to epiccatch.com and you navigate to suppliers, so I'm just going to find the link, but we can share it with the listeners, can't we? On posting it on a page or something. But if you go to our menu, it's just Become a Partner, and you simply just fill out the form at Become a Partner. And let us know a little bit about your company, and we'll be in contact with you shortly. So just go to epiccatch.com, navigate to Become a Partner as the page, and we would love to list your business on Epic Catch, no matter where it is in LA.
And is there a vetting process, or can anybody become a business on it?
Well, it's specific for businesses that have some form of experience or events. So, for example, we currently have the Los Angeles Ballet, as I mentioned earlier today. Los Angeles Ballet, we have an organisation called Hip Cooks, which is a local cooking school that's got that's got studios in West Hollywood and San Diego as well. We have Box Union, which is located in Santa Monica, which does awesome box fit classes. We also have a bike rental company that's based on Santa Monica Pier, so if you've always wanted to do that. So they're the types of events or experiences that we have listed. So if you think that your organisation fits within that, or fits within our genres of how-to classes, theatre and shows, unique dining experiences, for example, indoor activities and outdoor activities, then please, by all means, contact us. And even if you think it's not quite a fit, contact us anyway. We would love to hear from you.
Well, so I see that you need tickets for the ballet, and I see that you need to pay a fee for the bike rental. But I mean, going to the restaurant, there's no ticket. So how does that work?
So we actually, because you're paying, we actually have curated events specific to venues. So right now for Los Angeles, I don't know if anyone's ever been to Birdie's, but it's this amazing kind of like chicken sandwich joint. So you can get a chicken sandwich, a donut, and a coffee for $20 in total.
My engineer just ran out the door. Hold on.
It is the best. I can personally speak from experience, the best chicken sandwich I have ever tasted, and it is amazing. And their donuts, absolutely to die for. So it's Birdie's in downtown. So we've actually come together with these partners and created these curated events. So with unique dining experiences, it is actually a package that you're buying. There's also a theatre and show package that you can enjoy in downtown LA. So they're the types of events that we list on Epic Catch.
So how do you do this? You know, if there's one person wants to go but nobody else wants to go, you can still have that issue. So you have to find other people that want to go, correct?
I think that people really just sign up on the app. The more people that we have on there, tell all your friends about it, the more likelihood that you're obviously going to get invited. We've just launched in LA a couple of days ago. We really just want as many people on there as we can, and don't be shy. Invite as many people as you like. You know, there's definitely not a limit to that, but just bear in mind that if everyone says yes to the same day, you're going to be in a bit of a pickle. So just bear that in mind. Yeah, you know, please don't be shy in inviting people out. It's quite a great experience to go through. So just check it out. Go to epiccatch.com, download our app. If you'd like to become one of our partners, please by all means fill out the online form that's currently on our website. And we'd love to hear from you. In fact, we'd love to hear feedback. So feel free to give us as much feedback as you like.
And you're going to put that link for the app as well as the contact form. You'll be putting it on the KHTS and Ask Brien, correct? So people
Absolutely,
can
yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, you've been an amazing guest. We'll have to have you back on when we have some more time. We're at KHTS 1220, and this is the Ask Brien Show, and thank you very much for being our guest today.
Thank you so much for all your time. It's been wonderful. And have a great day, guys. Mates.
Thank you. You too, mate.
See you later, mate.
I'm a Yank.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay. See you, bye.